So, Bismillah Rahman Rahim, a very warm welcome all of you in this small but very important webinar for ISO 9001 2016 version. As we all know that ISO 9001 is going to upgrade next year, and it will be 2026 version. So lots of requests I have receiving regarding the uh, the new version, what will be the changes expected, and what are the expected timelines for this particular standard. So that is the reason I am trying to prepare this video and giving you a latest update regarding the ISO 9001 2015 2026 version. So first of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Afaq Ahmed. I am an auditor, trainer, and consultant for ISO standard, having almost 15 years of experience conducting more than 250 lead auditor courses and altogether more than 500 training of different standard, including ISO 9001, 14001, 45001. I'm a certified trainer for from different accreditation like CQI and IRCA, Examper Global, PCB, and long list. So let's start the proceeding, and let's start with what is ISO. When we talking about the ISO, ISO means the ISO stand for International Organization for Standardization. So this standard is basically a part of ISO standard, and one of the finest standard, we can say that, or one of the standard which we also known as mother of all standard, right? So this standard will help us to implement quality management system in your organization. Let's start with one by one. ISO is established in 1949. The role of ISO is to establish a mechanism related to quality management system. Currently it is ISO 9001 2015 version going on, but maybe possible, inshallah, it will be upgraded next year. And once it will upgrade, there has to be a timeline, to transit from previous standard to a unique or new standard. This standard is 2026 version. It is still based on NXSL. NXSL is basically the guideline to prepare to establish a standard. It is a revision of 2026. If we're talking about the current standard, which is 9000 2015, currently in August, September 2015, recently we have received a DIS, draft initial standard of ISO 9001 2015. And expectedly, like mid of 2026, it will be international version, final draft international standard, FDIS, and hopefully in Q3 or Q4 there will be a standard which we will be expecting a 2026 version. So after 2026 version, it is not about that previous version will be obsolete on overnight. There is still a 3 years transition period from 2026 to 2029. So it will be a 3 year cycle for all the complete industry to transit from previous version to another to new version, as well as the auditors, the lead auditor, the people who has successfully completed the lead auditor, they need to upgrade their self from 2020 2015 to 2026 version, and it will be a 3 year cycle in which 2015 and 2026 version both will be there and both will be applicable, right? So it is a very good thing which I personally like, the transition period, so that industry can easily transit from previous version to another version. Let's discuss the structure of ISO 9001 2026 version. The structure is as same as last structure, like still it's a high level structure. So high level structure is basically a structure which we going through last couple of standard, in which we saw a similarity between all these standard, like either it is 2026 or 9001, 14001, 45001, 27 22301, all have 10 clauses, and in which upon the 10 clauses we have 3 auditable clause and remaining 7 auditable clause. The 3 non-auditable clause, which is ISO 9001 2015 version, is one, scope, normative reference, and terms and definitions. So starting three are non-auditable clauses, and remaining are auditable clauses, right? So these are the standard which we follow during the audit. So either you are the auditor, either you are the you can say that implementer, or the trainer or trainee. uh, the main clauses are from 4 to 10. Either you are implementer, so you need to implement the clause from 4, and if you are the auditor, you need to start your audit from clause 4 till clause 10. The first version of 9001 2015 was established or published in 1987, then 1994, then 2000, 2008, 2015 currently, and nowadays it's a 2026 version, which will be starting expected from 2026. Right now, when I prepare, I am making a recording this video. This standard is basically 2015, so still 2015 is applicable. Doesn't mean that this standard is obsolete. Still, you can conduct audit, you can certify your company, you can attend the lead auditor courses as per normal. But this video is basically a kind of a preparation, kind of a self-awareness activity, that what are the changes occur or may occur in the coming standard. So that's how it works. If you want to, if you are listening this podcast, or if you're listening this video, you can ask your question, right? You can ask your question, and you can review your all things. And if you want to ask something, you can comment on this uh, you know uh, youtube youtube video, and I will read your comment, and I will explain, and I will answer your comment as well, right? So if you want to, let's move on towards the next part. The next part is related to the methodology. Yes, lots of people ask about the methodology of ISO 9001. Basically, the previously, which is the methodology we follow, is PDCA: plan, do, check, and act. But still, now the same. Uh, the methodology is same, and we have to we have to identify it. We have to you know uh, follow the same methodology, which is plan, do, check, and act, right? So if you want to implement the management system, and you are aware about the PDCA cycle, which is continual improvement cycle, still the continual improvement cycle is still there. So you don't need to be worried about. Again, you need to follow the plan, do, check, and act part, right? Now we are identifying, but before that, let me give you a very important aspect. That's out of, if you want to calculate the whole certification of the country, of this industry, 50% certification are related to 9001. So if you pursue your career in 9001, if you've certified your career in 9001, this standard is very important. So if you want to adds another extra skill with your curriculum, so this 9001 will give you a helping hand to explore more about the organization, to add a value in your organization. Previously, when we talk about the objective of ISO 9001, which was customer focus and continual improvement, again, still there is still the objective will be same: customer focus and the continual improvement. So 50, if you if you are certified of now 9001, your importance or your value will be enhanced, and you can 50% of the industry will waiting for you. Because if you are want to certified on your ISO 9001, if you are the lead auditor, if you are certified yourself on 9001, you can be a consultant, you can be an internal auditor, you can be an external auditor, or you can be a trainer as well. So let's discuss about the key changes without any delay. So key changes is basically related to some very important element. That key changes are mainly related to customer and stakeholder expectation. Remember, in 9001 there is a term of interested parties. Interested parties are a group of people or separate entity or within the organization as well, who help your quality management system to implement, right? So you need to identify the need and expectation of interested party in clause 4.2. Similarly, now the customer, evolving the customer and stakeholder expectation. Now the this standard view will be more, you need to be the auditor will ask you to more evaluate evolving the more in-depth evaluation related to the customer and the stakeholder, because the ultimate outcome of quality management system is to implement the quality management system within the organization. Digitalization, AI, and data security. As we know that this is the era of digitalization, right? If your company is not digitalized, so I'm afraid that your company may obsolete, because if a famous saying is, if you will not improve yourself, so you get ready for write off from the market. People will forget you if you are not digitally equipped. So the point which over here, which is very important, that your management system should be upgrade to digitalization. This was one of the major concern by all the auditors, that still in 2025, when we conduct audits, when we can evaluate the documentation, organization develop, establish, and maintain their documentation in a paper form. Since it's an era of sustainability, so we need to reduce the unnecessarily printing activities as well. By the way, in sustainability, another aspect of the changes as well. So if you talk about the digitalization, it means you need to prepare your documentation, maintain your documentation, and communicate your documentation, establishing, maintain, and implementation digitally. So digitalization is sometimes something which in organization need to evolve in it, because most of the organization does not know the meaning of digitalization. They said we have a computer system. So concept will be clear in digitalization, that what kind of digitalization do in standard require. Do they want to digitalize the data, they want to digitalize the records, they want to digitalize the procedures and policies. In AI, one of the major invention of this era, AI and data security. Since your all procedure, your organization, any data related to your organization is a confidential data, because when we talk about confidentiality, organization said only financial data are secure, need to be secure, and that is a confidential data. But rest of the data could be shared to anyone. No, absolutely not. All data is confidential data. So as an organization, you need to prepare the data, you need to maintain the data, and you need to identify and protect the data very wisely. So if you want to organize, if you want to implement the management system, you need to protect your data as well. Data protection is very important for the organization, right? So you can protect your data by significant mechanism which we think, but as per the requirement, as per the current requirement of ISO 9001 2015, it is important that organization need to establish a mechanism to digitalize their data smoothly and gradually. Since it's a 3 years transition, so you have enough time to digitalize this data. Climate change and sustainability focus, it is now a part of mandatory part of every standard or every documentation. So sustainability is very important, and if you come across with 2025, in 2024 there was an update regarding the climate change as well. So you need to address the climate change into internal external issue. So clause 4.1, when organization need to establish a mechanism related to internal external issue, it is important that they need to identify the climate change and impact of climate change on your organization, right? So it is very important that organization must evaluate the protection, they must evaluate the data protection, must evaluate the identification, and consider the climate, consider the climate as an issue, consider the two climate as an a kind of a uh, you know uh, you can say that issue. Once you identify it as an issue, then it means it later on it will become the internal a part of your internal external issue, right? So if you will not identify the climate as an issue in clause 4.1, it will be impact, it will be identify, and uh, it will be right off, simple as that. So identify the climate change and impact of climate change on your business. Like if the climate change will impact your business transaction, it will affect on your transportation, it will affect on the unavailability of raw material as well. So this kind of things you can mention it, right? So lots of people are comment on that. Thank you very much all of you for listening and comment on this live stream. Let me complete the remaining one. Stronger integration of ESG, environment sustainability and governance principle. ESG is the next big thing in management system standards. So stronger integration. So sometimes organization develop two parallel system. One system is for the quality management system, and other system is for parallel, I mean other system is for ESG. So over here, when we develop the documentation, it is important that both system will be aligned with each other. So your quality management system must be integrated with the ESG principle. And for this, you must have clear with the risk and opportunity management. Normally, organization identify the risk but did not identify the leadership, the opportunities. And what are the opportunities? Then organization need to develop or organization need to implement. So it is important that organization must develop a change, must develop a mechanism for risk, identify the risk and opportunity, right? Let's move on towards the next slide. Yes, why or what organization should do, but before that, let me discuss what are the expected changes, right? Since the final standard has not published yet, so these are all the expectation, and which you can also review from iso.org. So these all information content I create by taking help from iso.org. So leadership culture, strong emphasis on ethics and quality culture. Since the when we talk a lot on safety culture of in the organization, enhancement of safety culture, and so many initiatives are taken by the organization to develop a safety culture. Now it is important that now we are talking about the not we are talking about uh, the quality culture. So you need to develop your organization, you need to identify your organization, that how you can enhance the awareness among the people. And we need to make a very clear statement to all our interested party, that by applying the quality management system, we are not making your life worst, we are trying to making your life easy, because quality is not an additional work to do, it is the part of your work, right? Either than rather than regardless you are working in any department, the quality work is very important for the organization to implement the quality management system, right? So then ethics means code of conduct, which is very important. So organization need to, auditor will definitely ask you what are the code of conduct you will develop or you will establish for the organization. As we know, as an auditor, we conduct three-layer audit. Number one, applicable legal requirement. All ISO always give the respect to the legal requirement. Number two, the company's number two, the ISO standard, the criteria which for which auditor is visiting to the site. Number three, company's self-made procedure. So ethics, code of conduct must be the part of your company's procedure related to quality management system. And normally HR are the people who are responsible related to this particular topic, and with taking the guidance of top management. Risk and opportunity, again, a structured approach required with the new subclause 6.1.1 and 6.1.3. These clauses address that how we can structurize the approach, right? Previously, what was the approach? BDCA was the approach, risk-based thinking was the approach, and that is the reason we conduct a SWOT analysis or PACE analysis in clause 4.1. And once we got the data, we transfer into the risk and opportunity matrix. Now, risk and opportunities are structurized, need to be more structured. Sustainability, climate change, environmental context now more visible. I mean, These were the clause previously. Auditor will never give you the non-compliance, but after 2026 proper implementation, auditor will definitely ask you what is your sustainable and climate change analysis regarding the management system of quality management system. Why? Whenever we talk about sustainability nowadays in quality management system audit and climate change, but the auditee always said the climate change is a part of environment. It is not directly part of quality. So why should following it, or you are implementing it? Now it's an after this standard will published, uh, the standard will be very important to implement, and the climate change must be the part of quality management system and their changes. Then digitization, technology, guidance for data automation, AI, cybersecurity. So organization must be certified, or must have an established mechanism for data protection. Again, ISO 27001 2022 version is basically the right and very essential ISO standard, which talk about data protection and integrity of the data and correctness and of the data. So again, quality management system will also emphasize on data protection. uh, More practical example, clearly, and ethics and integrity are already a part of it. Now what our organization need to do, what are the organizations want should do now, after in between this 1 year and after the 2026 version published. Right. There are two approaches, I must say. One is proactive approach and second is reactive approach. So if you are one of the reactive people, if your company have a kind of a culture of reactive approach, so you just need to stay away from this standard. You just need to be calm since the standard will publish. But if you want to compete in your market, if you want to take first mover advantage, so this is the time that you need to first of all you need to evaluate the changes. And in this particular scenario, our company HSEQ professional can help you to conduct a gap assessment, can help you to conduct awareness session regarding new changes, right? Why? Because change management clause, MOC, when organization, in which the standard clearly said organization shall establish a mechanism related to change. So this is the change mechanism, after that you will be have enough time. Once you adapt the once you aware regarding the change, you will be having a very clear regarding that what are the departments we need to upgrade, what are the data which we need to digitalize, what are the people do we need to train them, right? So gap assessment could be a solution. Number two, awareness sessions, because this standard will give more and more emphasis on leadership and commitment, right? In previous version, leadership commitment was there, but in this particular standard, this this standard might be called in upcoming year the standard for the leadership. I mean, if leadership will not commit it, this standard will be if not much that effectively implement in your organization. So leadership should pull up your socks. Leadership will come forward and understand their responsibility, what standard required from the standard, what standard required from the top management regarding the effectively implementation of this standard. And after understanding that, you need to integration of sustainability goals, you need to set a sustainability goal. Every organization now prepare the working on sustainability goal. So now your sustainability goal should be your quality goals and sustainability goal should be complement each other. Your strategic direction should be complement with the quality management system. It's not about that you will prepare some sales goal and business expansion goal, functional goal, and quality goal will be secondary. I do agree that business goals are important for the organization, but if you set a effective smart quality goals, so that will impact positive on other goals as well. So last but not the least, you can develop your documentation, you can upgrade your documentation. But the conclusion is very easy. The 9001 2016 2026 will be bring more relevance, sustainability, and digital focus to QMS. Right? Transition to gradual opportunity. I mean, it's in standard of transitioning, year of transition, so you can easily transit the management system, and you can transit the mechanism of ISO 2026 will be easily implemented. But last but not the least, organization shall develop a mechanism, think about critically, risk-based thinking need to be applied, that they need to transit from you know from 2015 to 26. However, it's a 3-year cycle, but the good companies will always proactive, right? And as a part of HSEQ professional, we can offer you training on 9001 2026. By the way, so many people are requesting for 14001 as well. So hopefully, inshallah, in the upcoming days I will prepare for 9000 sorry 14001 2026 version as well. So 2026 is a year of transition for quality management system and environmental management system. So it will be easy, it will be very effective if you can implement the management system effectively and easily. It will transit from this version to the next version. So I was talking about our facilitation. HSEQ Professional is a renowned name in Saudi Arabia, in Pakistan, and USA. So we can conduct auditing, we can conduct gap assessment, we can conduct technical audits, we can conduct your training and prepare yourself for this mechanism. So thank you very much once again, all of you, for helping us to for motivating us as well, for prepare for making this video. And hopefully this small video will help you out, and this will identify easily that how organization need to prepare. And this will be very easy. Uh, standard is the biggest. This will be a biggest standard, so I'm trying my level best to cover the main parts and main aspects of this particular standard. So hopefully it will be if it will be helpful for you. And if you have any question, you can ask me, or you can ask to our team as well. So let me write it. So you can ask your questions to marketing at the rate at hscqprofessionals.net as well. So even after this session, or you are watching after you are watching is it's a recorded version of this standard this video. You can still you can ask your question to 9001 2015, and from transition, or you can send your queries on our email address as well, which is ISO 9000 marketing at the rate hscqprofessional.net. So thank you very much, all of you, once again. And I always try my level best to make a good awareness video regarding the management system, regarding the you know, other soft skills as well. So hopefully this will help you out to understand your responsibility as a responsible part of the organization. You can prepare yourself, or if you like this video, you can subscribe my channel. And I always trying to establish or record an educational video. So more updates regarding 2026. Once the standard will publish finally, we will prepare another video for regarding the final draft version and final version. So thank you very much, and hopefully it will be a great year to all of you. A happy, peaceful, and prosperity this year will give you. Thank you very much, guys, and thank you so much, all of you who helped me in this presentation and in this video. Thank you, and stay blessed.